Well, hey guys, we are back with another video, and this is way out of order with all the stuff that's been uploaded, all the different named kills and quick video advice things that I've done. I think I'm scheduled out for basically till the end of the year, but I wanted to make a video on the next expansion coming up and getting ready for it. And what that entails is upgrading to trade skill gear. I'm on test server, and so we get the benefit of any tradable item is going to show up on test, and it's going to be free. So I got to utilize the chase loot, the ice encrusted loot, and that's good stuff for TOV and CoV, but it's limited. It's going to decay on spells over 115, and that's for all the focuses. So what we need to do to prepare for the terror of Looseland or Luckland, depending on just how you, I guess probably I'd say, grew up saying it, we need to make the trade skill, the volume threaded items, because they will decay on spells over 120. So I have been working on grinding ore. I made all the armor early on, the volume threaded stuff, but I didn't put a lot of focus on the non-visible. I was working more on the Augs, and then I realized we're running out of time. Everybody is. We need to start making these if we haven't made them. And since then, I've made the dagger, the shield, the range, the charm, mask, necklace. Made quite a few, but I've still got a ring, an earring, some shoulders, and I need to actually make the other ring. I didn't get enough enchanted vellum, so I'm stuck there. I don't have a tinkerer. I have a tinkerer that goes up to like maybe skill level 110. So I bought the belt on my live server, Looseland, and traded it over because I don't know about you guys, but I think it's absolute BS that you have to have tinkering to be able to make these trade skill items. But tinkering is limited to gnomes, and gnomes are the worst race in all of Norath, so it's a real problem for me. So I bought it. I paid, a couple, I think 100K, maybe it was 150K, which to me is a good deal. I still have Plaid on my live server that does nothing, so every now and then I'll spend it on stuff like that. That's why I have like tradable TOV weapons for my pet. I paid like 50,000, and I can copy them over when I need them. So anyway, boys, what this video is for is to give you what I have found in all of the zones in CoV. Cobalt Scar, Western Waste, Temple, Sky Shrine, Sleepers, and DN, which is a garbage zone. Like I said, this video is way out of order, but I've finished everything that is doable by a solo player of any class. This zone, I've said it in another video, it's not out yet, but it's not fun. It's not a fun zone. There's challenges that are fun in all of EverQuest, but then there's zones that just they're not developed right, and you don't want to be in them. And Dragon Necropolis, DN, it's terrible, and I pride myself on being able to do the solo things that are set up for groups, but there's just the zone's just not fun. I went into it a bit in a different video that's not out, like I said, about how there's a mix of live and undead, and then in those mix of live and undead there are mobs in their respective class categories that can see through your invis. So that's, ridiculous. They shouldn't code that, but they do. Okay, that's fine. you can deal with it. You can run, you can feign death, you can harm yourself, whatever. There's also scenarios where you're in an undead area and they have a trap that spawns live mobs. And so you can do the math on that, you're dead. So DN is not fun, and I don't know if I'm going to go poke around there much more. I got a named kill, and it took me a while, and I just realized I don't like the zone. So we're in the temple. The best zone in this expansion, the best zone in EverQuest, in my opinion, period. And we're farming ore, and ore drops, probably 25% of the time or so from named. And again, in all the zones, tier 1, tier 2, whatever, I have found this is the most named possible for your time spent. Okay. What we're going to do is we're going to run from the zone in. We're going to clear a mob for Feshlak. We're then going to run down and clear a mob for Vim. Then we're going to run through the little maze of North Tav, if you will, and we're going to clear the Ikatar the Venom mob. And then we're going to, if you feel like it, run out to Jorlag, clear one of its mobs. That should take you about 20-ish minutes. When you're done with the Jorlag mob, you'll advance back to the beginning of the zone, and when you run, this placeholder that you killed will have respawned. So I'm going to run you through that. I'm not going to kill the mobs. I don't want this video to be 30 minutes. But so anyway, you zone in. Make sure you have your Invis on, because you zoned in with Invis versus Undead to run by the Draco Liches. So put on your normal cloak, and you run through the hallway. And guys, you want to kill this placeholder right here. What I do is run to here. I bring out my jobber from Suspend Companion. I target him right here. I'll send attack. I'll come down. I'll fight him right here. As soon as he's gone, suspend, cloak, and we head on to the next one. I've been clearing this for the last couple hours, and I've had, hold on, let me just look, because I'm pulling up Gamparse, my log, and I'm at 1, 2, 3, 4. I've cleared 8 Lord Vims and picked up 3 ores, and this is in the course of maybe a long afternoon, 3 or 4 hours. I'm about to have number 9, because normally, you're going to see the trigger or the placeholder of a Vile Defender, and you're going to clear that out. Here's a little tip for Lord Vim. Clear the Vicious Defender trigger mob, and it starts the spawn cycle. The next one is over here, and it's the Vicious Scholar. Clear it. Go to the Vicious Warrior. Then, before you kill the warrior, go back to this spot. See if this mob has respawned. If it has, you'll know if you get a second Lord Vim, a back-to-back Lord Vim. If it's a Vicious Defender again, you can kill it and it'll spawn the Scholar. Well, you're on the warrior. So then move to the warrior, kill it so the leader spawns, kill the Scholar, it becomes the warrior. If you want, go back and wait to see if this comes up again as a Vicious. If it doesn't, it's a Vile, kill the Vile. Then I'd go ahead and start clearing out, because Vim, you're going to need a charm, and then you're going to need to wait 30 minutes for that charm to refresh. Okay, so we've got the Vicious Defender. That's 2 CoV named. So that's 2 chances for a trigger mob to spawn for you to potentially get ore. From there, we're going to run to North Temple, which, to me is... North Tav is it, man. It's still, in my mind, the place where, the good guilds got... The guilds that ran the server, that's where they camped. So we're going to run up to Ikatar the Venom spawn point. He can spawn all over this zone on most of these Wyvern Scholars. This actual spot right here is not bad if you want to mess with it. I preferred, though, to go ahead and run. And I think this is where I killed... This is the first Tav named I killed, Ikatar the Venom, and I killed him in this spot. and this is where I camp him constantly. This is the one. You'll want to run through the zone to make sure no other scholars are up as Ikatar. And once you confirm that, wipe this one. He passed right about, he'll stop there, and he'll path out to here, and that's it, back and forth. No ads, nothing to worry about. You know, you pick up your charm pet over there. You guys have seen the video. So from there, you'll run to the end of the zone. And the way to do that is to hug these walls. There's some, you know, whatever pits you can fall in. You'll take this left, and this is Lady Mur's area. Just as a reference point for you, we're not going to mess with it because this is impossible. It's such a mess. So we'll run through here. You know, everything. You might want to check these drakes when you get to this tunnel. Some of them, like 1 out of 300, will spawn C and Viz. Usually it happens over here in this tunnel. But, yeah. So we're going to run up to Jorlag's area. And guys, I'm sorry, I don't remember if all of these videos have come out because I've uploaded them in the queue. I think these have all come out already. I think you've seen Feshlak. I think you've seen Lorn Vim, or I know you've seen Lorn Vim. I'm pretty sure Jorlag. I know Ikatar, of course, is the first one. So these are hopefully out so you know how to kill them. You know where to get your charmable pet for them. But this, we'll run up here. This will be the 4th and final clear. You want to clear this mob. It's a Shimmering Sycophant right now. You want to clear this one. And as soon as you clear them out, suspend your jobber and hit Levant and go back to the front of the zone. And then run up that long hallway, which I'm getting to right now. Run up that long hallway and this mob will have respawned. Guys, I've been doing it, like I said, for a good 4 hours, maybe 5. I've had 8 named spawns. I've made a lot of my non-viz items because of this grind. This is the most time-efficient way to get the most possible attempts for names. Sky Shrine's got some opportunities. The problem is that zone is so big, it takes so long to run to the spawns. It's not worth it. Sleepers is an option, but a lot of the times you've got to do some tricky stuff. You've got to move. Sometimes your charm mobs aren't in the best spot, and then the roaming dragons, you have to get perfect timing. Not like Sky Shrine. Sky Shrine is, some of those are impossible. You'll see when the videos come out, but I mean they're doable, but they're not farmable in an efficient way. And then again, I hate Cobalt Scar because half the mobs are, you know, underwater mobs. So I've kind of ruled that out, and it's a big zone too. Western Waste is okay, but I feel like there's a lot of empty space you're running in also. To me, in about 20 minutes, getting 4 possible trigger/name spawns is the best. So, boys, you gotta start working on this gear. You gotta start getting ready for the next X Pack. You know, today is, you know, it's early in October. I'm sure they're going to announce it by the end of the month, and it'll probably come out sometime in December. So you've got plenty of time to start farming your ore. And I think this is the best way to do it in claws. Now, having said all that, this is test server. You know, most of the time there's 30 people in Velius. I've got a feeling on live it's probably a little more congested. There might be 30 people in Temple. So you might not have the full run of all 4, but maybe you can just hold the Lord Vim. Maybe you can do Feshlak and Vim. I'm not sure. But I hope this video helps give you a good picture on where to go to get the best chances to get ore. Because I'm doing it solo. It's not difficult anymore for me. I've gone through so many of these mobs. I know it's not going to be the easiest thing on live, especially if you're going for maybe like CoV Tier 1 gear and you're jumping right in to try to work on your CoV trade skills. But guys, if you can kill the trash mobs in Temple of Veeshan, if you and your jobber can do that, you don't have to worry about the name. The name is getting the charm pet and burning it. And you guys have seen plenty of videos on how to burn. So don't limit yourself because you don't have the same gear that I have. If you can handle the CoV Tier 2 trash mobs, then you can get into Temple of Veeshan, you can spawn these rares, and you can do all these kills and possibly get yourself ore. So, guys, if you have any questions, jump on test and send me a tell. I'd like to say I've had tons. I've had, a dozen or a dozen and a half different people log in and talk to me. And I appreciate all the conversations and all the suggestions for videos. Some of them are kind of outside of my realm. Like I had somebody ask, the best leveling path from 50 to 85, and I was like, I'd see if you could use a heroic, because it's just been so long for me that I don't really remember leveling those zones anymore. And with all the different X packs since when I started to where it's at now, it's just not really, I'm not going to be the expert at that. There's other people that do. There's been a lot of great posts, a lot of great comments, and a lot of great people coming to talk to me, and I like that. If you guys need anything, just leave a comment below, find me in game, do all that YouTube stuff, and I'll be sure to help you out. And boys, if you got any questions on this one, hit me back, because really, we probably have 60 to 90 days to be ready to go, to start working on, leveling to 120 and new spells and picking up new gear and all that stuff. And you're not going to be able to do it if you're hanging out in, Snowbound, CoV Tier 1. You're not going to be able to do it. 120, these mobs are going to be 120 to 122. They're going to be beefy. The names will be 123. We got to be buffed up and ready to go, and that's why I'm working on getting all this ore. So my focuses are going to still be viable in the next X pack. Guys, hope this video helps somebody. I'm going to get back to killing. I've got that Lord Vim trigger ready to go, and I will see you all in the next video.